it's Andy from Beyond Guitar, and welcome to Musical Stories Episode 2. So I'm putting together a collection of humorous and funny and tongue-in-cheek stories. Some are serious, some are tragic, but mostly they're just kind of comical and entertaining. Stories about being a musician, stories about what it's like to be in a band or a recording studio. So if you're a musician, hopefully these stories make you laugh and you can relate. And if you're a struggling musician, maybe this will be a little bit of inspiration for you to help you keep going. All right, here we are in episode 2. So today's story is called The Show. So I played a show up in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and it was back in probably 1999 or the year 2000, okay, before cell phones and the internet. And so here we are, we're playing our show. It was kind of a show inside a house. It was inside an apartment, all right? So people lived there, and it got crowded fast. Okay, so we start the show, and we play the first couple songs, and there's a few people there, but one person in particular, I'll change his name. I'm just going to call him Ray. Okay, so Ray comes up with his girlfriend, and he stands right in front of me. There he is in the front row. And so we get into the chorus of the song, which has a heavy dose of echo. And so I click on my echo pedal, and I hit a note, and it echoes, you know, kind of like U2 and The Edge. And it was part of the music. And so the chorus of the song came back around again, and this guy Ray, he's standing right there with his girlfriend, and even though it's a loud, heavy metal show, he's just standing right there in front of me looking at me, and he's saying, "Hey man, turn up the echo," in kind of a mocking, you know, sarcastic sort of tone. And then he just keeps doing it. "Hey man, add more echo," in kind of a whiny voice, you know, to be real annoying. And then we go through, you know, the bridge of the song and the solo, and we get to the very end, and you know, the chorus is coming up, and there's Ray. He's like, he's going to turn on his echo. And he's basically mocking me on the stage. There we are, all playing the song. We got a cat caller in the front row. And so, anyway, as the night went on, more and more people showed up. By about the third song, it was elbow to elbow, and it just got really tight in there. Everyone was just so close. Like the biggest fans kind of elbowed their way to the front. And so Ray and his girlfriend ended up way in the back, okay? But there was, in the last song of the night, there was a quiet part, right? We got to the quiet part right before the build-up where it gets louder. Because, you know, the band had lots of dynamics, and so here we are playing a really quiet part. And you could hear a couple of the fans that knew the music and knew the songs. One person was shouting out, "Here it comes!" Because they knew, you know, here comes the chorus, right? And another person was like, "I love this part!" But then I heard Ray, he's like, "Here comes more echo." And so anyway, there he is mocking me. But I didn't let it bother me. I just rocked the song anyway with all the echo that the song has. And so then the show ended and the night was over. And so kind of the party began, right? So everyone just hung out, and we went into the kitchen and get some drinks. And then there was Ray's girlfriend, and she was asking me lots of questions about guitar and music, and she was kind of standing against me and leaning against me, and I was like, oh no, what's happening here? So anyway, then Ray comes in, and his girlfriend is like, "You should learn to play guitar like that." And Ray kind of grabbed her by the elbow and was like, "Let's get out of here, you know, let's go. This party's lame." And about at that time, the other members of the band, they came over to me and they're like, "We're going to go upstairs on the roof, come join us. Because, it's like an exclusive band hangout. We go up there to get fresh air or have a smoke or whatever. And it was really crowded and hot, so I was like, yeah, I'm going to go join you. But unfortunately, Ray's girlfriend overheard, and she's like, I'm coming too. And so, anyways, Ray's girlfriend was like, come on, let's go. And Ray turned to me, he's like, can I come along too? So at that moment, I wasn't quite sure what to say. But, the first thing that came to mind was, Ray, you wouldn't like it up there, up on the roof, it has way too much echo. But I didn't say that, even though that's what I wanted to say. I basically just said, no, it's for band members only. Thanks for asking, but it's just us. Thanks for coming to the show. I hope you have a great night. I hope to see you again at the next show. And that's the end of the story. So basically we went up on the roof and that's it. So the moral of the story, okay, well, you're going to run across people who just mock you. Let's face it. Some people are the mockers. They can only mock. In any situation, they mock. If they go to a concert, they mock. If they go to a restaurant, they mock. If they meet someone, they mock them. They don't know how to be any other way. Okay? Guess what? You can't change them. And so the only thing that you can do is control your reaction. I mean, you could get mad. You could get in a fight. You could tell them to change or tell them not to do that. Or you could do a lot of different things. You could have a lot of different reactions. But I think the best reaction overall is just kindness and friendliness, and just say, I'm glad you're here listening to my music, and I appreciate that you're here listening. I hope you come again to the next show, and that's it. And then go somewhere else where they aren't. Just because they're, just because they're that way doesn't mean you have to hang out with them. You can go in the other room and go hang out by yourself or with someone else, or spend your time elsewhere outside of their energy. But anyways, I wanted to share that story because maybe you've been ridiculed or mocked on stage, or someone made fun of your music. Maybe they heard of one of your recordings and said, I don't like it. There's lots of Philistines out there that they don't like music. And if you play music for them, they're confused. Like, what's the point of this? Why would you like music? That's dumb. And so you just have to be prepared to hear that. Hey, some people don't like music. No matter how well you play or how much you study or how awesome you sound, they still don't like it because they don't like music. And so you can't let that hurt your feelings. You can't let that stop you from practicing or from expressing your passion on your instrument or with your voice. So just keep going, okay? And if you run into the mockers, just remember this story and don't let it drag you down. All right, well, I hope to see you in episode 3. Thanks for listening. Again, I'm Andy from Beyond Guitar, and I hope to see you in Musical Stories episode 3.